Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm sharing with you the third palette from the Revoluiton and Roxxsaurus palette collection. So this one is the Roxy Highlight and Contour palette and the packaging looks like this. So I've already shared with you both of the eyeshadow palettes and I will link those down below. The first one also gives you a tour around all of the packaging, all of the palettes, but I am sharing the Ride and Die palette in the first one. And yeah, I'll link those both down below. I'm actually wearing a combination of both palettes today and I really love it. I mentioned in yesterday's video where I used the brighter coloured eyeshadow palette, saying that it wasn't or didn't have the base shades that I wanted in that one. But if you combine both palettes, and if you like looks like you know, the ones that I share on my channel, then you're going to love how both of the palettes combine and create a beautiful eyeshadow look, like the one obviously that I am wearing today. I am so thrilled. I thought that would be the case. The eyeshadows in both palettes are very long wearing. They blend beautifully. You hardly have to blend them at all. So there's no issues with you know, how they perform. That wasn't the issue that I had with yesterday's palette. It was just the fact that there wasn't enough base shades for me. But I wanted to test it out again and combine both palettes. I have done that, and this is the peachy look. Obviously I'm wearing a peach top, so that has inspired me, and yeah, I really love it. It's given me much more of a cohesive eye look and the type of eye looks that I like to wear. So I just thought I'd mention that. So if you do get both palettes and you love the looks that or type of looks that I create, then you will really enjoy both, and the quality is just amazing. I've been blown away by it. Okay, getting back to today's palette, so the Roxxsaurus or Roxy Highlight and Contour palette. Packaging absolutely beautiful, matches what I'm wearing and my look today absolutely perfectly. It's like a peachy look, it's marble, but you've also got these sparkly love hearts all within the packaging. There's nothing, you know, like glitter on the top or anything like that. It is within the picture there, and you've got Revoluiton there, Roxy, which is slightly raised, and again I just love it. Very mirrored, very reflective. You've got the love heart there. Now the net weight, and if you can hear any noise, Winston, not Theo, Winston's in here with me. You've got a net weight here of 8 pans at 0.03 ounces or 2.5 gram of product. Turning it over, you get a little bit of an indication of the layout of the palette, and the pans are numbered there on the back. There's the ingredients, and this one is cruelty free. In fact, all three palettes are cruelty free. This one retails for £10. You can pick it up from either revolutionbeauty.com or superdrug.com, whichever. Well, both of them should be available, but obviously links will be down below. If it's not available, you can sign up for email notifications, but I'm sure as well, I looked before obviously starting to film and they were both available, so fingers crossed, because that has happened to me in the past. Okay, this is the palette. I'll just buff it up because I keep putting my fingerprints all over it. It's very mirrored. Right, here we go. So this is the palette, what it looks like, and I just love it. So we have had the golden palette, we have had the blue palette, and now we've got the kind of peachy pink palette. I just love it. So again, as on the outer packaging, you've got Revoluiton, you've got Roxy with that love heart there. This time it's flat to the actual palette. I suppose you can feel it a little bit, but it's not as raised as on the outer packaging, and it's much more of a not so shiny. It's opposite. So you've got a shiny palette, but you've got a matte you know, writing on it, and I really love that. It's absolutely beautiful. Love it. Just not very good when you want to obviously show on a camera because it can be a little bit blinding. So on the front it says it's the Roxxsaurus Contour and Highlight palette. There we go. On the back, you have again a cream base. All of the palettes have a cream base, which works so beautifully with the lids. And then you have this sticker, which obviously reflects all of the details that are on the outer packaging. Then on the inside, you have a mirror, and I'll show that to you in a moment, but it does stand up all by itself. In fact, these are really well made and I love that. So if you do get one or more of the palettes, you can use that mirror obviously as your day-to-day mirror. And I'll just show you that there. So there's the mirror. Okay, so we've got 8 pans in here. I'm going to of course show you it upside down. So we have the 4 contour shades there, the 4 highlights, and I hope that you can see this, but there's writing there that says contour and highlight. So of course you get 4 of each. What I would say as well, I'm hoping actually, obviously I haven't tried it yet, but I'm hoping that the deeper shade you can perhaps use as a shimmery bronzer, or perhaps a blush topper, or of course an eyeshadow, just depending. Obviously if you have a deeper skin tone, then you can use the lighter shades as perhaps eyeshadow. You know, there is uses for all of the shades basically. And again, for the contours, again, if you can't use any of them, you can of course use them as eyeshadows, and they look absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited about this. This did come with a plastic sheet, and I just took it off to film it. I don't know what happened. I think it was on the top of the box, lifted that up, fell on the palette and slightly damaged my pan, which is why I can't stand those plastic sheets. I should have remembered to put it in the bin straight away. So looking at all of the pans, like I said, we've got 4 contours here, 4 highlights. Let's get into swatching, and then as you can see, my face is looking a little bit one-dimensional. I've applied all of my makeup apart from the contour, bronzer or highlight. So I'm going to be, of course, applying that for you. So let's get into the swatches. I know a lot of you were really interested in this palette, and I'm so pleased because these contour and highlight palettes or bronzer palettes from Revoluiton are just beautiful. The quality is stunning. Okay, so I'll show you the 4 contour shades to start with. They're not named, but I'll go from lightest to deepest. So we've got this one here, that one there, next lightest, next, and then the last. Okay, so they swatch beautifully, feel really lovely to touch, just as always amazing quality. Now moving on to the highlights, I'm intrigued by these. This first one looks stunning. Now when you look at it, it looks quite icy in the pan, this one here, but actually when you swatch it, it is very pink. It's like an icy pink, so something a little bit different. I'm not a big fan of those really stark, really white highlights. Of course, it doesn't suit my skin. It just looks not that good on me. I like something a little bit warmer. That one is beautiful. I mean, look at that one. Stunning. Then we move on to this one. Now this one feels a little bit like marbled. Oh, wow, that is just incredible, isn't it? They look so mirrored, so reflective. And then we have the last one. So that one there. Oh, it's got a little bit of a peachy bronze. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, I love that. In fact, I love them all. Haven't they swatched beautifully? I mean, the hardest decision that I'm going to make today is which one am I going to apply. It's going to be a difficult choice, I think. Okay, so let's go into the application. So I've got my NYX fan brush as always. I've tried so many brushes and I always revert back to this. it just works for me basically. I'm going to go into, I think, whoops, dropped it, whoops. I'm going to go into this one. I think this one here is going to be a little bit too light for me, so I'm going to go into that one and see how that one works. Let me put it down before I do drop it. Okay, I've got my mirror here, so here we go. Yeah, that is perfect for me. Blends absolutely beautifully. So if you've got my skin tone, that second one, second lightest, works very, very well for me. Okay, I'm going to go down here now. I usually go all the way around, and this side. Now, I'm not even going to bother with blush. I haven't actually been wearing blush for a little while. The bronzer that I've been wearing, which is Holiday Romance from the Reloaded collection, I have just been wearing that on its own. I haven't been wearing blush at all, and that has got, well, it's a little bit of a shimmery, well, it's got some shimmer to it, and I don't know, I just don't need a blush with it. So I'm going to put this all over like that. Basically, I just put it all over the cheek area. I might actually use a little bit of the, oops, like that. Just put it all over. I don't know. It just depends, obviously, on your face shape and what suits you. But me putting it in a line here, I don't know, it just doesn't suit me. So if I put more of it over my face, it just works. I'm going to go into a deeper shade just to give it a little bit of a contour there, but I've used it more as a bronzer, so I think this one is going to be too warm for me. I'm going to go into this one, or should I go into that one? I think that one may be too deep, so I'm going to go into the third one and just, yeah, blends out absolutely beautifully. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the second lightest works as a bronzer, and then the second deepest works as a contour. I just don't, to be honest, I've gone off too much contour. I suppose because it's summer, do you really need you know, all of that? I don't know. At the moment, I'm not really contouring my face that much. I like a little bit on the nose just to look like I'm sun-kissed. I never ever go out, well, I went out barefaced to go to the vets this morning, but that's because I made such an early appointment. So I went there barefaced. But usually if I walk about, you know, in the sun, well, I never walk about barefaced anyway. So I'm just putting that on all of the points that need a little bit of warming up, basically, to give me a little bit of dimension. And I must say, I'm really getting away from really heavy makeup. Again, I think that's because we're in summer. Okay, so that is my face nicely bronzed. I really do like that effect on the nose because it just makes me feel like I am sun-kissed, you know, without obviously being sun-kissed. So that's warmed up my face, and I think, to be honest, I don't need a blush, do I? It just looks nice on its own, so I'll leave that. Love, love, love that. Blended out beautifully. You could see, in fact, I went into the wrong shade. I went into the second deepest shade, which was this one here, and put that on my nose by mistake. I meant to go into the second shade that I started off with, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've messed up. But actually you could see it blended out beautifully, actually. Really like that. Now, the difficult bit. which highlight am I going to go for? Oh, let's just look at them again. Oh, I'm really loving that. I think the pink is definitely out. I don't want pink highlight at the moment. I think I'm going to go for this one, this yellow one there. Okay, now I'm using the Flex brush from Revoluiton. If their sale is still ongoing, check this out. I'll see if I can find it and link it down below, because these were £3. If you like a much more blended highlight, you will love this. I never use this end. This I'm obsessed with. So I'm going to go into this pan, which is the damaged pan that the plastic damaged, and see what it's like. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love that. Is just beautiful. This is why I like this brush. I did try a fan brush more recently, and I don't know, it just gives me too much of a harsh highlight. I do like much more of, in fact, I do like the sheen to be all over the cheek. I just like that, you know, when your face moves, it catches the light. So like that, I'm just going to put it, double it up or triple it up on that high point there. Oh, that is just gorgeous, isn't it? That looks stunning. I'm obsessed. I don't think you'll be able to see it as well. However, I will just tilt my head. Hopefully you can see. I can't see into the viewfinder. Oh, I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow look. I'll list down below the shadows that I used from both eyeshadow palettes. The lipstick I'm wearing is, of course, Chauffeur, the lip liner, and then I went in with Crush, which is one of their liquid lipsticks, and it works beautifully. Love that. In fact, I love my whole look. I'm obsessed with this peach top, which is from Next. It's got little flecks of that glittery kind of, I don't know, glitter to it, which I love even more. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. It's really given me, and I don't find many highlights like this, to be honest, it's really given me that glow, but without being too heavy. I'm just obsessed. I'm going to put, I've probably said obsessed a lot of times now. Let me do the end of my nose. Oh. It's intense. I don't know if they've created a different formula for this, but this is really intense, but without being, I don't know, it still looks natural, especially when you use this brush. So, oh my goodness, I am obsessed with my makeup look today, and I know that I'm obsessed with these highlighters and also the contours. Oh my goodness, look at that. But it still doesn't look harsh, does it? It just looks, wow. She's got beautiful skin. No, it's the palette. Okay, so that is everything that I wanted to share with you in this bonus Saturday video. Of course, if you watch me every day or a lot, you know that I am now, well, I've now stopped filming on a Saturday and Sunday, but I thought I've got to finish off that collection for you, and so many of you got in contact with me to say I really want to see the contour and highlight palette because it has to be just right. So now I'm going to go into the review. So of course I'm going to say that I love the packaging. I think that Roxy's done such an amazing job putting the packaging together. It is just stunning, and of course Revoluiton as well. I also really love, and I've said this in every video, I love these lids. They are just so beautiful. very reflective when you're filming and taking photos, but I just love it. I also love the signature. I love everything about it, and I think that the cream base really works. I think there has been some that just, I don't know, I like things that are very elegant and have that luxurious feel to them, but obviously keeping that cost down. You know, this year is all about using makeup that is inexpensive but still really good quality, and obviously Revoluiton is the brand for that. So I think with Roxy on board creating this collection, she really has put together a very cohesive, beautiful, luxurious, well thought out collection, and I really love everything about the packaging. The two eyeshadows, now that I know that both of them work cohesively, I'm in love with them because the quality is just divine. Obviously this is going to be the last time I talk about it, so I'm talking about the eyeshadows, and I'm obsessed with the look that I'm wearing as well today. Now getting on to the actual contour and highlight shades. Well, I think you can see from my face that they blended beautifully. I don't look like I'm caked. I don't look like I'm caked in bronzer or contour, and I really like the fact that in here you've got cooler and warm shades. You can see that. That one is very warm, that one is cool, that one is cool, and that one it's a little bit warm. So I suppose she's put the two warmer shades there, two cooler shades there. So again, really well thought out, and there is a shade I think for a lot of people. So I really like the fact that, again, I can use a number of these, but if you can't use these shades, then you can use them for eyeshadows, or, you know, I'm sure there is a shade in there for you. But whatever I can't use, I can use as an eyeshadow. But you saw that I used, it was these two shades here, and I could possibly use that as a transition, and that one as a, you know, deeper crease colour. So none of those are going to go to waste. The highlights, again, really well thought out, really well put together. Subtle but effective. So you've got this pink shade there. Let me just go through the highlights, and it looks in the light really beautiful. It's like a duochrome, absolutely stunning. I'm going to have to wear that when I wear, I don't know, I've got in my mind like a silver eye look with this on the cheek. Oh, that would be stunning. Love it. I love that it's not too in your face. I love that it's just, I don't know, it reminds me of a ballerina's tutu. It's subtle yet beautiful at the same time. This one is the one that I'm wearing. Stunning, absolutely stunning. I am very fussy about my highlights, very fussy indeed. This one is blended. In fact, actually, this is one of the only highlights that I've worn where it's subtle because it looks like my skin but better, but also you've got quite an intense highlight. I really like that. So that one, the one that I'm wearing is this one there. I also really like that there's a bronzed one. In fact, I can wear all of, I would say I can wear all of these, because obviously I can wear the pink, I can wear this one, I'm wearing it. I can also wear this one. So let me show you those shades on my arm. So that's the one I'm wearing, and that's the like marbled, baked, not really baked, but marbled, I would say. It's not baked because it's very buttery. So it's that one there. So I could get away with that one as well. And then this one I could wear as a, like a bronzer. So I can wear all of these. But if you can't, if you have a deeper skin tone and you can't wear, you know, some of these, then of course you can wear the others as highlights, not highlights, eyeshadow. So yeah, really like that. I really do think that this has been well put together, and it's beautiful, really beautiful. So I didn't actually rate yesterday's eyeshadow palette. Now I suppose I can rate it, because now I can use both palettes together. I rated the first eyeshadow palette 5 out of 5. I can definitely rate the brighter eyeshadow palette a 5 out of 5 now that I can use it in conjunction with the first. I mean, you can see that there. But getting back to today's, I and rating this 5 out of 5 because it's so beautiful. In fact, I would even go as far as to rate it 6 out of 5. I love it that much. Like I say, I'm very, very fussy about my highlights, and to find a highlight that looks like this but is not, I don't know, it just blends, but it's got that intensity as well, which is very, very rare from a highlight. So I'm really looking forward to testing out the rest of them, but that's how you know that I like it. I've never rated anything higher than a 5 out of 5, so I'm obsessed with this. It's given me a beautiful glow without being too much, and also I really like the look of the bronzer contour. It's given me a beautiful like sun-kissed look without looking too fake. At the end of the day, makeup is meant to enhance. I know there's a lot of makeup out there at the moment, you know, everybody's liking those really brightly coloured rainbow type eyeshadows, but for me personally, makeup, and this is only my opinion obviously, makeup is to enhance what I've already got. Not sometimes I want to, you know, go heavy and bright, but I don't necessarily want to obliterate everything that I've been given naturally. I want to enhance that, and I really do think that that palette does it. You know, it's enhanced and made me feel better about myself, I suppose, because when I went to the vet with no makeup on and I came home, I thought, Samantha, why did you do that? But obviously I had to get ready for this video and apply this, so that's why I did it, and it was very early. But oh my goodness, I'm just obsessed with that highlight. I feel like I've got a wet highlight for once, but it's not, I don't know, it just looks beautiful. Okay, I'll leave it down to you now because I really want to hear your thoughts. I know, like I said at the beginning, I know a lot of you wanted to see this in action. So I'd now love to hear your thoughts. I would also love to hear, now that you've seen all 3 palettes in action, which one or ones are you going to be picking up? Have you found your perfect contour bronzer highlight palette in this palette? I mean, it's only £10. You're getting 8 pans, 8 large pans for £10, and I just hope that they don't discontinue this because I am obsessed. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Well, you obviously know my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. And of course, I will now be back on Monday. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will come back hopefully refreshed on Monday for you with some more goodies. So thank you so much for watching. Of course, if this is the first time that you visited my channel, I would love it if you stuck around to subscribe, but I will be back same place on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.